Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to the Arizona Cardinals franchise. It is Wildcard Weekend here, and we are at home at 14-3, taking on our division rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. Um, Crazy. 14-3 team doesn't get the first seed because the Falcons went 15-2. Unfortunate, truly. Um, they went on a crazy run. I think 13 straight wins. Um, it's quite crazy. But um, aside from our matchup, we see Voodoo's Giants at the 3 seed taking on the Bucks, the 6 seed, and then the Lions at the 4 seed against the Niners in the 5th seed. And the AFC side of things, the Ravens have the bye, and then you have Broncos, Browns, Bills, Bengals, Jags, Chargers. Um, but let's take a quick look since we've played the Rams 2 other times. Let's take a look and see how we fared the other 2 times. I believe we won both, but I want to look again. So against the Rams, we won a close one, 26-18. This is one of Kyler's first games back. One of the first games back with new sliders as well. Also back from the hiatus that we had. Um, Turnovers were the big thing. We didn't run the ball as much as we should have probably in this one. Um, but we'll definitely want to do that. Set the run game up. And then we played them 2 weeks ago where we beat them pretty badly, 31-7 is what that said. Again, Kyler, not a ton of passing production, but forcing turnovers was huge there, and did have a great run game as well. So simple as that. Just run the football and try to force turnovers on defense, and we should be able to try to sweep the Rams here. But we do have a in the zone for Jordan Birch about his goal. Oh yeah, he missed his goal. His goal. What he wanted like 15 sacks or whatever. It was kind of ridiculous. He had a good season though. Which is a good segue into reminding me to look at the season stats. So, Kyler Murray, 2,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks, 61 completion percentage, sacked only 7 times, missed 4 games, obviously, or sorry, 3 games, but really missed 4 with the one last week. Not bad. I mean, pretty efficient with touchdowns. Rattler when he played wasn't great. Clyde Walden had that good game last week. Aside from that, he only threw a pick really. Look at rushing. Trey Benson had a really good season. 184 carries for 1,200 yards, a 6.6 average, 10 touchdowns. Did not fumble. And then Robinson as well had a really good season. 124 attempts, under 1,000 yards, 977. 9 touchdowns, 7.9 yards per carry. He did fumble once. James Conner got involved a little bit too. Had a touchdown as well. Murray got a little bit as well. Gilliam had 2 touchdowns. We only ran the football with Allen 3 times and scored once. So there is that. Receiving, obviously not a lot of yards passing. So not a lot of yards receiving. That's how that works. Marvin Harrison, 58 catches, 847 yards, 9 touchdowns, was the leader in all of those categories. Mike Wilson had a solid year, 39, 570, 3 touchdowns. Ramos had a nice year, especially on the back end, 33, 568, and 6 touchdowns. McBride, 43, 507, 8 touchdowns. He got hurt for 2 games and also didn't play last week. So, a couple opportunities missed there. Outside of that, Benson, Austin, Robinson, Mike Morris all had meaningful input in the pass game as well. In terms of the O-line, I mean, Will Carr was the guy who gave up the most sacks. Obviously had the hardest competition probably. Redding with 2, 1 for Johnson, 1 for Christian Jones. But again, the pressure that we felt was more apparent than the sacks we gave up, obviously. Leader in tackles was 104 for Mac Wilson. In terms of TFLs, Jordan Birch tied with Walter Nolan at 27, led the team. Mac Wilson at 26, 24 for Sweat, 23 for Easley, 16 for Simon. For sacks, 15 for Walter Nolan, 12 for Josh Sweat, 11.5 for Dylan Easley, 9 for Birch. Everyone else was 3 or under. But for our front four, pretty good. It's pretty dang good. Was that contributing? That's 20.5 plus 27's 47.5. Yeah, 47.5 just from our main 4 guys is pretty good. Interceptions, Jalen Thompson led with 4. We had 3 for Simon, Wilson, Baker, 2 for Hamilton and Ramsey, 1 for Sweat, Johnson, Melton, and Taylor Demerson. Hamilton and Ramsey tied for most deflections at 7. Most fumbles was Kyle Hamilton with 5 forced. A couple guys with 2 and 1. Simon and Nolan with 2 recoveries apiece, with a couple guys with 1. Block from Christian Fulton. No safeties on the year. And a defensive touchdown from Simon, Nolan, Hamilton, Baker, and Johnson. In terms of kicking, Brandon Aubrey was pretty good. Missed 3 kicks. 1 was blocked. Perfect on extra points. Punting, Stonehouse was good. 53 average yard per punt. Net average about 42. Kick returns, nothing super crazy. I mean, Calvin Austin was clearly the most efficient on his attempts, but yeah, I mean, not a ton. And punt returns, really not much of a difference there. But yeah, that's our stats. So I'd say pretty good year. Obviously 14-3, it's pretty damn good. But aside from that, let's look at the weekly strategy here. I'm gonna do the same stuff, I think, and I completely forgot to take these ones off. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Set up our. It's gonna be all the same stuff. You know, it's not gonna be anything different. We're not gonna try to reinvent the wheel here. We're gonna rock with what we've been rocking with the entire season, and just keep playing our game. Gotta stay vigilant and continuing our type of football, our brand of football, and not letting teams force us to play a different way. Now I will I'll say before we get to it, for the mock draft, again, not super important in terms of our hands-on experience, because we're not going to be drafting anybody. We're going to be simming and seeing what the computer does after this season. I'll still look at it. I'll still show you guys who were projected. But we do have an upgrade point here for Walter Nolan, his last one probably while we are playing. We'll go ahead and give him Power Rush. He's playing up to a 99. He's really a 93. Pretty good upgrade, though. Isaiah Adams, our backup guard, who was really bad when he filled in for Elshon Jenkins, gets an upgrade. Same thing with Christian Jones. He was horrible when he filled in as well for Will Carr. Obviously, not a ton of sacks on the books there, but still, just like a lot of pressure. We had to get rid of the ball very quickly those times that they were in. And then Lionel Woodward just gonna do power rusher, get him closer to scheme fit, I guess. 2 power moves. Okay. So that is going to be it for the upgrades. Let's take a look at mock draft 3 just to see. Now in mock draft 1, we were projected Mitch Wilds at 30, the quarterback, but he's jumped all the way to pick 1 for the Dolphins. So probably not going to happen. Right now we're projected Nick Williams, the corner. I don't think that makes sense. I mean, corner makes sense, but I don't know if Nick Williams specifically makes sense. He looks good, though. He is a really good player, and I wouldn't mind if that's who gets drafted, but I think there's probably other guys that we'd be okay with as well. But to be fair, might not have access to some of these first to second round guys. So I do think Nick Williams fits what I would want if I were playing, though. So that is very fair. I just don't know if I'd want to take that pick at 30. Um, but without further ado, we are going to hop into this game. Playoff football here in Arizona against our division rivals, the Rams, with Corey Burrell, who's so far in his young career has not had a lot of success against us, but this would be the game to do it, to turn things around here in a very important playoff berth here, as Kyler Murray and the team coming out after a nice win last week from the backups over the Panthers, and the Panthers did get knocked out of the playoffs. They were the 8th seed, so they were that win away from guaranteeing a playoff spot. But they were also a Rams loss away from guaranteeing a playoff spot, so keep that in mind as well. The Rams won their way in here. Corey Burrell, still the guy. He's playing very well overall. I also didn't realize they have Clayton Tune, former Cardinal. No Kyron Williams today is going to be a big deal. Also no Brett Coates, the rookie. So they have one running back on the roster. It's rookie Zach Long. Then they have fullback Quentin Eaton. So running the football might be a little bit of a difficulty for them today. So passing the ball will be important. Puka Nacua, Malcolm Rainey, Devin Duvernay, all going to get very involved, you would assume. Isaiah Likely as well, who did really well against us last time we played. Malcolm Hoffman, Steve Avila, Bo Limmer. Sorry, my cat is sniffing my face. Kevin Dotson and J.C. Latham at right tackle. So, we've seen this team. They're very good offensively. The run game, though, is going to suffer greatly with no Kyron Williams today. Jared Verse at left edge, Byron Young at right edge, D-tackle Kobe Turner, Ty Hamilton, Poona Ford. At Sam, they have Omar Spates. Mike is Shaq Thompson, and then Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah at the will. Rookie corner, first-round pick Montrell Watts, at corner 1 with former Giant Paulson Adebo and Jalen Watson. And Paulson Adebo did not play last time we faced off, so that is another thing that's notable, that they get an upgrade in their secondary. And then Cameron Kitchens and Cameron Curl at the safety spots. Younghoe Koo, Matt Araiza, still kicker and punter. So defense is very good, especially with Paulson Adebo being back. That is a much needed upgrade from last time. So really the only notable missing piece that they have is their running back Kyron Williams. Here's return Devin Duvernay, and he's going to take it to the 29 to start. And here comes Corey Burrell. Had a pretty good season, almost 4,400 yards, 66 completion percentage, 29 touchdowns to 16 picks. The picks were a lot, 5 of them against us, so that's notable. We do see the Jags move on over the Chargers, 24-16 win there. And here's going to be a handoff. They're going to start the run with Long, their only running back on the roster, and loss of a yard from Josh Sweat. And you see the Niners move on, another rival of ours. Beat the 4-seed Lions pretty handily, and they're going on to the divisional. Here's Long trying to fight off tacklers, only gets a yard back, so it'll be a 3rd and 10. I did think I saw the result of the Browns game when we started, and we do. The Browns unfortunately lose by 3, so we get a false start on the Rams there. I was hoping to see Von Herron Browns make it further into the playoffs, but unfortunately they have a close one though. They do. They have a very close game against the 2nd seed Broncos, but they could not get it done. And Puka Nacua gets hit hard by Cody Simon, forces a 3 and out. Here is a punt for Araiza. So we got 3 of the outcomes of games there below. Do not know the Bills-Bengals game. That's a very interesting one, as we return this one to the 26. The reason it's so interesting is because the Bengals not only beat us this year, but they were also the team we beat in the Super Bowl last year. So that's a very interesting game to keep an eye on. We also don't know the outcome, obviously, of Voodoo's Giants and the Bucks, and we don't know the outcome of. Is that it? Yes, that is it, because we are one of the games as well that we don't know the outcome of. So those are the only games we don't know, and there's a loss of 3 for Trey Benson. It's Jared Verse, who is the leader of this defense, making a play. He is a problem that we're going to have to account for here. He was a problem last time we played them as well. Both times, really. Going out to Morris on the out route. And he gets, what, 5 there? So 3rd and 8. That was Byron Young in coverage, by the way. Played really well on that. 3rd and 8. Looking for someone to get open. Going to Trey McBride, and he just couldn't connect with him. Kyler overthrew it by a little bit. And back-to-back 3-and-outs here for these teams to start. And I will say, I mean, Cardinals defense, we've been seeing it play better near the end of the year, and Terry with a good return to the 32. We've also seen the Rams defense, you know, they look pretty good on paper here. I know the first matchup we had, they did play pretty solid football. The second time, not so much. But they are looking past, going out to Puka Nacua, and he's going to get a first down to the 44. But you'd have to imagine the key for this Rams offense is get it to their playmakers like Puka, Malcolm Rainey, Isaiah Likely. Defensively, they're going to try to stop our run game. Here's going to be a run themselves. Josh Sweat, another tackle for a loss of a yard. And that's another thing, is they're going to have to try to set up a run game here without their best running back. It's going to be difficult. Burrow with the handoff. Again, long, just absolutely destroyed in the backfield by Simon, and Wilson sets up a 3rd and 13, and that's going to be part of the difficulty as well, is these negative run plays and these short yardage gains from the run. Going to set them back here. They're going to go quick RPO. Jordan Whittington makes the catch, gets 10 yards, but not enough to get first down, so they'll have to punt from the 50. A very interesting play call there to do a little read, a little RPO. I don't think it was a bad option, obviously, because got them 10 yards, close to getting the first down, but just not quite. Our rushing average is -3 today. That's because we ran the ball once for a loss of 3. Shocker, right? We'll set it back up. We'll get it going. Don't you worry. Morris motioning out wide, looking pass, going out quick to Marvin Harrison with a nice catch. We'll be just shy of the first down. 2nd and inches. Yeah, you'd have to imagine the Rams defense is keen on stopping our run game. And here is a run. Trey Benson getting out. He's going in to space for the big gain. 29-yard run for Benson. And that's what they can't do. They can't let those types of plays happen. First down from the 33. We have Marcus Robinson in now. He's breaking a tackle, but gets stood up after 2. 2nd and 8. Benson back on the field here. Going quick. Trey McBride out of the flat. He's going to get the first down. Nice play. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with the pass here. Going out, Marvin Harrison wide open. And gets close to the first down once again. Sets up a 2nd and inches. Saw the cover 2, and we were like, yeah, he's probably going to get open. We stuck with the pass, and it worked out. This one, handoff. Trey Benson right up the middle. Trey Benson down to the 1. Pearl with a touchdown-saving tackle there. It's a 1st and goal from the 1 here. Going to bring in Robinson after this run. It's a handoff. Benson gets it in for the first touchdown on the game. And we are right back to where we want, with the run game getting going and scoring. 72-yard drive. Very nice drive there. Featured by a heavy dose of Trey Benson. So with that, about 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Let's see what the Rams can do. They answer, and Terry takes us to the 25. And let's see what a Burrow has with these weapons here. They can manage to find something. Some sort of answer. And it's going to be a quick throw. He's throwing it up to Puka, and he's going to beat Jalen Ramsey to the 40. First down, and so far, Nakua has been the only consistent weapon today, and that's how it was last time we played him too. Puka had over 100 yards, and he was the big weapon for them, which you'd imagine that's going to be what it is today as well. We've seen it already. A couple catches for some yardage, but we'll see if it might not be enough. It wasn't last time. Let's see if they can get something else going too. But we are only up by 7 here going into the second quarter. From the 40-yard line, a Burrow with Long in the backfield. Looking pass. Getting pressured. Quick throw. Likely gets a first down to the 50. Sets up another first down. Burrow going to look to play action here. And the Burrow has no time. He gets hit as he throws it. He's coming around. Oh, my goodness. That was almost completed. Yeah, no one was open, but Walter Nolan just showed up, destroyed him, and likely just didn't have time to react to the pass coming his way. And he wasn't able to bring it in, but it was close. He could have been a catch. That would have been an incredible play. Motioning Rainey, Burrow looking for something to get open. Quick throw and just misses Rainey, who was open. Sets up a 3rd and 10. From the 50 still. 3rd and 10. And it's going to be pressured again, and guess who? It's Dylan Easley. Getting the pressure. Forcing them back to the 42. And forces another punt. The interior defense absolutely annihilating thus far. And Calvin Allen going to be back to return here. And doesn't get very much. Stopped at the 19. So once again, the Rams, their defense is going to have to step up. They were not able to last drive. See if they can change something here. Marcus Robinson in the backfield. Here's a handoff to him. Robinson gets about 4. So 2nd and 6. Bringing a lot of guys up front. Definitely leaning towards protecting the run game. And they have an open man. It's Mike Wilson with a nice catch to the 40. Good play. I'll try a... I don't like that play. Let's change it to an inside zone the other way. Hand off to Robinson again, and he's going to get stopped by Spates. That was actually Shaq Thompson. Only 2 yards there. 2nd and 8. This will be a quick throw. RPO. Ramos can't bring it in again. High ball from Tyler. And Montrell Watt, the rookie corner, there on the play. He has been an absolute steal for them. We're going back to Ramos, and that play was almost really bad. Watt again, all over it. Trying to look back and see. I definitely needed to go Mike Wilson there. He was getting open when I threw that. So that was just not a good decision. But also, Ramos didn't run the sharpest route there. Oh, man, that punt was almost really good, but not quite. So they'll start at the 20. And it looks like they are starting going empty here. This will be a quick one. Out to Duvernay, who takes a big hit. Gain of 7. But, you know, when they spread out the defense like this, they definitely have more opportunities. So we'll see if they go to that a bit more. 2nd and 3, looking pass again. And Simon again with the coverage, and Birch and Nolan meet at a Burrow. And there is an injury, and it looks like it might be a Burrow. And he is going to head to the sideline, and oh my goodness, it's Gardner Minshew. Going empty right off the bat. Pressured again and sacked Jordan. Birch knows it's Josh Sweat this time. The pass rush is absolutely dominating right now. I don't know where this pass rush, like, it was good. This pass rush was really good this year, obviously. But, like, this is what it looked like at the beginning of the season where the sliders were messed up. So I don't know what's going on here. But they are doing wonders currently. But we're going to start the 43, 1st down and 10. 4.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Looking pass here, looking big play. Again, just a horrible throw from Kyler. Just have not been able to get anything from Kyler today. Like, his throws have been so wishy-washy, very inaccurate passes today. Here's a handoff. Benson, no gain. And all of a sudden, we're in a 3rd and 10. Defense, once again, holding up here for the Rams, looking to get the ball back and keep this a 1-score game. Looking pass, going out to Marvin Harrison, and that's a beautiful throw and catch for Marvin Harrison. And that's the type of play we need from Marvin, those tight catches in contested matchups there. Go read option here, but oh my goodness, Byron Young was ready for it. I thought he was going to go to the run. I was wrong. Sets up a 3rd and 14. Sorry, 2nd and 14. Did I say 3rd? I think I did. We're going back to pass here. It's going to be McBride open. High ball again. McBride turns it upfield for 7. And sets up a 3rd and 7. Looking back to pass here. Going to Benson. What are you doing, Benson? I don't know. That animation's kind of booty, first off. I mean, he's open, he's going down, and then he decides, I'm not going to do that anymore and defy gravity, but it's fine. The rare mistake from Trey Benson through the air, but luckily Brandon Aubrey is our kicker, so he's going to knock this one through. Makes it 10-0. But Rams can very easily turn this around here with a good drive. 2:19 on the clock, all 3 timeouts. They can take their time a little bit here. Try to get downfield and score. Big hit from Akeem Davis-Gaither. They'll start at the 21-yard line. So let's see what they decide to call up here. From the 21, Long in the backfield. Motion. This one's be a play action here. Getting it out to Long, who can't bring it in, is Hamilton with the pass breakup. 1st down. Sorry, 2nd down. And it's going to be pass. Wide open Isaiah Likely to the 49. And that's just not ideal. I mean, even if Jalen Ramsey got over to his spot where he was supposed to be, it wouldn't have mattered. Because that was I'm like, maybe his play rec maybe would have played a factor, but I don't know. That was a nice corner shot there. It's great against that cover too. But 1st down, cross midfield. A Burrow needing some points here. Pressured, looking for Puka, who gets 7, and there's an injury on the offensive line. It's J.C. Latham, their starting right tackle, down. Not good, especially with the pass rush being as relentless as they have been today. Looking pass quick again. Duvernay breaking 1 tackle, hit hard at the 37. Burrow over 100 on the day. And it's going to be another play action here. Pressure at Burrow, getting it out barely. I don't know how he got that out in time. I believe that was Nolan. But that was easily. Yeah, that was easily. I always forget. They look. No, that was that was easily. I was right the first time. Jesus. And a bad throw from a Burrow. I confuse them all the time. They're very similar builds, but Nolan has the white sleeves. Easily doesn't. But 3rd and 10, 2 tight ends in. Looking pass, very safe pass option here with all the curls. And this will be a Ferguson catch for 4 yards. We take a timeout. They're going to make this a 1-score game, so that is notable here. Youngway Koo from the left hash, if they can make it. That is the big question, though. Can he? He does. Nolan almost got through, though. But that does give us 2 timeouts and a little over a minute to work with to make that moot. We'll see if that can be the case. Calvin Allen back to return, and I forgot that I have Trey Benson in as my kick returner because we have our favorite guy, Marcus Robinson, in as our kick return backup. And it shouldn't be. As we've stated, I continue to forget. That's my bad. But it's fixed. All right. So let's see what we can do. We got a minute to play with here. Maybe we get a little bit interesting. Maybe get a field goal. At least make it a 10-score game again. 10-point game, not 10-score. That would be quite wild. We're going to go Ramos quick. And just for a couple. We're going to go hurry up here instead of taking a timeout yet. 50 seconds and counting here. Gonna go Benson, who's open quick. Makes the catch. We'll take a timeout there. Kyler took a shot that time, though. Had to get that one out quick. One timeout left. First down from the 41. Needs to be Ramos. It's just a horrible throw from Kyler. Low. What happened there? Just not a good throw from him. That's all. I looked back at the film there, and it was just a low throw. No one got their hands up or anything on that one. 2nd down and 10. Looking for something. Again, just going to roll out here with Kyler. Steps out of bounds. 3rd and 1 from the 50. And this is like pretty close, if not in range for Aubrey. Would like to get the first down, though. Rolling out again. Kyler just going to take it himself out of bounds to the 48. Just to keep things easier there for our guys. Let's just take the easy first. Kyler a little bit fatigued, though, especially from those hits he took. Getting pressured again, rolling out. Go McBride, who can't bring it in. That's an incredible hit and pass breakup from Byron Young, dude. He's been weirdly good in coverage, honestly. Insane. Harrison and McBride off the field right now. And that's, dude, another horrible throw from Kyler. Just really poor. 3rd and 10 from the 48. Going Robinson. Dude, I mean, Kyler, what are we doing? Like, it's insane how terrible of throws he's attempting right now. But we have Brandon Aubrey. We're going to try a 65-yard field goal. I mean, it's almost perfect power. It's perfect accuracy, and he's got it. No problem. They wanted to punt. It's like they forget every time we have Brandon Aubrey, who can make a 65-yard field goal, especially with no wind. So 12 seconds left. Rams have 3 timeouts. And they're going to return this one. Terry takes a big hit, gives him 8 seconds. Probably won't do anything here. Very unlikely, but we'll see. So they're down 10. Maybe they want to try something here before half. Hey, here's a run from Long, who takes a big shot, and they're going to just go into halftime down 10. And they'll reconvene here, try to make some adjustments here as we're up 10 points over the Rams, 13-3. Rams defense keeping them alive in this game, though, for sure. Also, Kyler Murray's horrible throws have been helping a lot, too. But we'll take a look here at the Niners and Lions game. Obviously, we know the Lions lose here by 11, but incredible throw and catch. Brandon Ayuk breaking a tackle. 4-touchdown game from Purdy over the Lions, and they move on as the 5 seed. So they'll be potentially taking on the 1 seed or the 2 seed or the 3 seed. Who knows? But it's a handoff to Travis Etienne up the middle and breaking through, reaching past Derwin James to get the touchdown in a 8-point game. Trevor Lawrence and the Jags beat the Chargers. And in a very interesting Broncos versus Browns matchup, snowy, rainy, gross game. Marvin Mims hurdling a Browns defender, breaking 2 tackles, gets to the end zone in a 3-point victory for the Broncos over the Browns. Send the Broncos further into the playoffs. So Niners, the 5 seed, they could play just about anyone, honestly, except for the 7 seed. That's the only one they can't play in the Rams. They could play literally anyone else that wins. But right now we are up, and a big reason why is because of our defense and our run game. And the Rams are keeping in it mainly because of their defense and their pass game. But we'll see if our offense can still continue to slightly overpower their defense or not. They might make some adjustments, though. And Allen gets stood up at the 28. But rushing average, we have 54 today, so definitely not as on track as normal, but still on track for a good rushing game. But I think the main story here is Kyler just missing a ton of bad throws thus far. So really interested to see. I'm going to change the play, though. I like that one-on-one press coverage there. Although they adjusted pretty well. And it's going to be Kyler just rolling out, gets 8 yards. Takes a shot, though. That's okay. 2nd and 2. From the 36. Wilson going in motion. Kyler going to take the snap, rolling out, looking for a receiver to be open. It's going to be Mike Morris, the tight end. Mike Morris with the speed, fighting down inside the 20 to the 11. A big play for the second tight end in his first year. Surprised that he even shows the play, considering there was no place to choose from. The first down, from handoff, Benson gets a yard. Really nothing much there. And that's kind of what I've been a little worried about here. Man, Wilson, you're not supposed to be the one getting those. It's fine. 2nd and 9. Doing another play action boot. We're going out to McBride this time, who's going to fight for 5 yards. So maybe a 3rd and 4 from the 5. Let's see if we can punch this one in. Rams really need a stop here, though. We're looking out to Trey McBride, who's open. He's fighting. It's going to be just shy. 4th and inches at like the 1.5 yard line. They say we should go for it. I agree. See if we can just sneak it, maybe. I don't feel good about sneaking it, though. We're going to try it anyways. Kyler pushes forward, and he actually gets into the end zone for the touchdown. For a smaller guy, I didn't expect him to actually get that 1.5 yards there, but he did. And we're going to go up 17 here. Rams really got to get their offense rolling here. Otherwise, they will be swept by the Cardinals again. But this time 3 times, which they don't want to have happen. But let's see. Terry back to return once again. And he's going to take this one out. And a nice little return so far to the 33. Maybe give him a little bit of some energy. Let's see. 6 minutes in the third to go. Burrow taking the snap, looking for a pass. A nice off-kilter throw to Rainey. Malcolm Rainey. That was an incredible throw. Probably one of the best throws I've ever seen a Burrow make. It's very impressive. And this one's going to be a play action. Quick throw out to Duvernay, but a loss of about 1.5 yards. Birch was all over it. 3rd and 2. From the 42. Burrow takes a snap, looking. He's going to throw it deep, one-on-one to Puka Nacua. Jalen Ramsey make a play, and it's going to be a great pass breakup from the vet. Sets up a 4th and 2 from the 42. Rams are choosing punt. I think that's it's such a tough call because you're really risking a lot there. And that punt's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. We'll start at the 20. It's a tough call. It's 4th and 2. You know, you're down 17. You know, you're already halfway through the third quarter. Do you take the chance and go for it, or do you trust your defense, who have been majority of the game pretty good? But this past drive obviously could not stop the touchdown. It's going to be Robinson stiff arming, fighting for nice gain to the 38. And that's exactly what they don't want to see. Don't want to see Robinson getting going too. Here's a run up the middle. Gilliam, the fullback, for a 2-yard run. Second and 8. Bring Benson back in after this one. This one handoff to Robinson, who's going to stiff arm again and gets another first down to the 49. And Robinson finding some life here for this running offense again. Motioning Morris. And going to play action here. McBride's open. He beat Montrell Watt. He had to turn around for it, so that saved them a touchdown. But that's a huge play for McBride inside the 20 now. But an incredible route from McBride. Montrell Watt had no chance. First down, going screen out to Benson. And, I mean, that's just horrible blocking from Mason McCormick. Or no, that's actually Ryan Kelly. I was going to say Mason McCormick shouldn't even be on the field anyways. But no, it was Ryan Kelly. Let's do this motion return switch play here. 2nd and 11 from the 19. Motioning Trey McBride. Looking for someone to get open. We're throwing it. Marvin Harrison can't get it. It's a great play from Paulson Adebo. The ball was, of course, thrown underneath and just gave Adebo a chance to make play on the football. So 3rd and 11. Looking pass. We're going to go quick out to Ramos. Keep his feet in bounds. He's fighting just shy to be 4th and 1. So we're up 17. I don't really feel like it makes sense to even not go for it here. 4th and 1. We have a chance to continue running away with this one. Why not? It's going to be a handoff. Benson stood up, and that's why not. Because the Rams take over, and now they have a chance again. But let's see if they can take advantage truly. Or not. From the 9. It's going to be a handoff to Long. Spinning. Takes a big hit from Johnson. Gets 4. I think his best run of the day. Really doesn't say a lot, though. Because it's been rough all game. So And looking past out to Puka Nacua here. A spin move. Nacua spinning again. Absolutely just tearing the ankles of 3 defenders there. And that's our 3 best DBs. Got absolutely torched there. And that will take them to the 4th quarter here. So we're still up 17, but the Rams are finding some life here. Very curious to see if they can truly make something special happen here, or if this is just going to be a little bit of a spark that dies out like pretty much the rest of this game has been for the Rams offensively. Burrow motioning Rainey, looking for a throw, looking to Rainey. He's going to be picked off. Kyle Hamilton, and he's going to take it back. Rainey tackles him at the 15. Horrible throw of Burrow again with the interception issues against this Cardinals team. And Hamilton with the opportune play for the first turnover of the game entirely. And gives the Cardinals a chance to put up more points. And just a really unfortunate interception there. Really couldn't afford that. But 2nd and 5 from the 10 now. Bring in Robinson after this one here. Could be another handoff. Benson to the end zone touchdown, and that could end up being the closer. As that puts the Cardinals up 24 points. I mean, that's still a 3-score game technically. You have to get 3 touchdowns with all 2-point conversions, but, you know, 8:18 on the clock. It's going to be really difficult, especially for this offense that hasn't been able to even put up a touchdown. We'll see if they can do it, but it's going to be really difficult. Austin rerouting Terry there, and Hamilton with a great tackle after his incredible interception. Well, let's see if Burrow has some playoff magic in him. Looking pass, looking screen, hit as he throws it, and that was scary because that stayed up for a while. Nolan again, and easily was the first to him, but it's just been that pressure from our front 4, specifically the interior, has been almost impossible for Burrow to traverse. As be a quick throw, likely takes a big hit after a 4-yarder. Rams are ranked 4th in maybe passing yards, probably. They only have 125 today, but it really speaks more volumes about this Cardinals defense and how they have grown and really just absolutely changed over the season. It's be a quick check down to Long, the running back, for 3 yards. You have to go for it here, and they do decide to, and I think that's the only call you can have here. You can't afford to punt it again. 7 minutes left, down 24. You need a first down. And a Burrow looking, and a wide open likely, but he drops it. Kyle Hamilton with the hit forces the ball free, and that could end up completely ending this game for the Rams. Kyle Hamilton, what an incredible game today. And Robinson with the speed, absolutely gonna score. 34-3. The Rams, their chances are looking very slim now. 1-play touchdown for Robinson. 33-yard gash. I mean, weirdly enough, it does keep him in it still. It's just not looking good. Down 31. It's, it's 4-score game now. Just Terry just trying to get some more yards for this offense, but he only gets to 26. And, it was a good season from the Rams. It was, pretty solid season. But they underperformed in the grand scheme of things. Like, you look at this team, their defense is really good. Their offense is pretty damn good, too. And 9-8. That's all they get. So I'm not sure what to make of this Rams team, but they definitely need to improve. But we'll see. I don't know. The Rams might do something special here. Let's see. Be a quick throw. Rainey takes a big hit. First down to the 45. Under 6 minutes to go. Okay, they're bringing in fullback now. Very interesting. And this one's going to be a run for some reason. They get a yard for long. That kind of feels like they're conceding a little bit, but 2nd and 11. Sorry, 2nd and 9. 5 minutes to go. Looking pass, looking quick, short to Nakua for 3. Really nothing much there. 3rd and 6, and I just don't think they're going to have enough time with how they're playing this. So this might just be, oh man, there's a sack again. Dylan Easley. I don't know where this Dylan Easley has been the entire season. Like, he had a good season, but man, he is absolutely tearing this offensive line apart. Like, that's the defensive rookie of the year that we haven't really seen this year. But he's turned it up a notch here in the playoffs. And Burrow has plenty of time in the pocket this time. And he's actually going to take it himself and run. And he's going to break a tackle. Holds onto the football to the 41. I don't know how the O-line managed to stay intact that long after the entire game of just not giving him any time. Here's a handoff to Long. Long, with a nice run, takes a huge hit from Hamilton. And it's going to be a 2nd and 1, under 3 minutes to go. I mean, at this point, they're really just trying to score for morale going into the offseason. There's a handoff to the fullback, Eaton. He gets a nice run. Gain of 6 there. But yeah, I mean, Rams just not quite able to put it all together here this season. There's another handoff. Long diving forward for 4. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Be very interesting to see, you know, in the sim, when we do sim 10 years into the future, if the Rams can put it together. I mean, they have the pieces to. Absolutely. Burrow is still developing extremely well. Obviously, he's struggled against us, but he's been good elsewhere. And he's still learning and developing. There's play action open, Likely, and they're going to get into the end zone, Likely, for their first touchdown. Well, there you go. They score, and they take the PAT, and I'd imagine they'll just kick off like normal, unless they try an onside kick. That was a long drive. That took them almost 5 minutes, so I don't know why you would even try at this point, but they're going to try some miracle, I guess, and that's a very risky play from Noah Brown. But regardless, that is going to do it, as we just have to run the clock down here. We'll get James Conner in after this play. Robinson takes it, and he cuts back upfield for 2. But we're going to head on to the divisional round here. So we are the 2 seed, so we'll be playing the next highest seed. So at the moment, that could still be literally anybody. Well, actually, no, it can't. Well, yes, it could. Kind of. No, it's either going to be the Bucs if they... No, it can't be the Bucs. That's the one team we can't play. My bad. We either play the Giants if Voodoo's Giants do get the win today. I think he's playing today, but besides the point. If the Giants win over the Bucs, we will play the Giants next week at home. If the Giants lose to the Bucs and the Bucs go on, we will play our division rivals, the 49ers, at home. But for now, we will celebrate this win and look forward to going into the divisional round again. Great game from most people. Kyler didn't have a great game, but again, the run game was enough. The defense was incredible. as always. Really, this past, I don't even know. I don't even know how many weeks it's been, but it's been a really good handful of weeks. This defense has stepped it up. Yeah, once again, the turnover from a Burrow, even though it was only one this time, proved costly in what looked like their last gasp in this game. Kind of completely ended it. And no Kyron Williams also hurt them a lot. Obviously, the run game, it just wasn't ever a threat. So it was tough for them offensively to get going. But Benson and Robinson, again, are just insane. 4 rushing touchdowns on the game. Receiving, Morris had a pretty good game, for 58 yards. Really not a lot going on there, though. But defense was awesome. Actually, let's look at the defensive stats. Yeah, Dylan Easley was awesome. 2 sacks. Was he the only one? I swear we had more sacks. But I guess not. No. They're lying. I'm like 100% sure we had at least 3 sacks. I swear Josh Sweat got in there. Maybe that was a... anyways, Easley had a great game. 3 TFLs, 2 sacks. Sweat also had 3 TFLs. That doesn't seem right still. Pick from Hamilton. Had the 2 pass deflections as well. Yeah, just pretty good defensive performance, honestly. Kyle Hamilton, Dylan Easley leading the charge there. And we're really hoping that they can continue the dominance on defense. And that is going to be it. So we will see here in next video if we'll be playing the New York Giants or the San Francisco 49ers. Either will be a very interesting matchup. We either have our division rivals in the Niners or our collaborator, our duo here in this franchise, Voodoo, in a user game, and his Giants playing against us for the second time this season. Either are very intriguing matchups. And also on the AFC side, I guess we'll look at that for a second. Broncos move on along with the Jaguars. So really, it will either be Bills win, would have the Broncos and Bills first, and then it would be the Ravens and the Jags. Or if the Bengals win, the Bengals will head to Baltimore, and the Broncos will host Jacksonville. But we'll see next week what ends up being the case. But that is going to be it. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.